10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
A look at what in my opinion, one of the best goalkeepers right now.
We need you to think you're going to be playing for games. So they want
I'm a little bit worried because I saw a stat online.
Sergio
has a bit of a wasted stat in the world.
You cannot play up and down. That is the second. We only have two men now to
I know people have gone on about if we lose the cup, it could be a bit of a situation. I hope to God it
Sergio
doesn't.
Productions.
Welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Chelsea versus Liverpool match review, match reaction. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope all those of you with heart conditions survived that match, because that was a good match. It was a fun match to watch. It was enjoyable for the Chelsea fan, the Liverpool fan, the neutral fan. It was an enjoyable match to watch. The result, however, is not a result that we as Chelsea fans are going to be happy with, and the Liverpool fans are not going to be happy with, because it really kind of sets up Man City in a very strong position to contest or to retain their title this season. Both Chelsea and Liverpool are now weaker because of that result. However, when I say weaker, league position. However, in regards to the performance, in regards to the passion, in regards to the determination showed by Chelsea Football Club on the back of a turbulent 48 hours, I think the performance that the boys put in today was a very, very strong statement. I think anyone who thought the events of the past couple of days was going to have a negative effect on Tuchel and the boys, that wasn't the case. The boys came out, and they came out fighting for their gaffer. We went 2 goals down against one of the strongest clubs, strongest teams in England, and we managed within that same half, in the space of 10 to 15 minutes, to get back the game to 2-2. Unfortunately, there was chances missed. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capitalize, even though we dominated large portions of that game. Unfortunately, we were unable to secure the 3 points. Some great goals in that game, some big chances missed, but some great goals in that game from both teams. End of the day, both teams walk away with a point. Pleased with the effort, pleased with the performance, disappointed with the result to a certain extent, but pleased with the performance. Let's talk about this with my panelists, with you guys in the chat. We're going to spend the next couple of hours addressing the situation surrounding this game in particular and relevant Chelsea news also. Before we jump in, as always, let me acknowledge you guys in the chat. Big up to Luke. Big up to Courtney. Big up to Shalmark. Big up to Sane, Jonathan, Bauer. Big up to you, Gabriel. Yeah, I am very proud of my boys. Very proud. Big up to you, Gabriel. Luke, Clement. Who else is in here? Alex, CFC. Chelsea, big up to you. And Red Zuyuta. Why didn't Tuchel bring on Ziyech when... we'll discuss the decisions. Abdul B, big up to you. And Big Papa, big up to you. Small panel today. The rest of the boys probably just recovering from that game. They should be jumping in shortly. Bobby Smoke Signals, Couch Critic. How you boys doing?
Yeah, good, Mo. Good. Trying to recover, really. Trying to recompose myself after.
It's one of the
today.
one of those matches that does drain you and does take a lot out of you watching it. We're gonna dissect. We're gonna analyze. Couch, how are you, my man? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Buoyed by the result, just because it now reinforces the fact that no player is bigger than the club. So,
Sure.
people made the right decisions. We showed that real fighting spirit, that real Chelsea fighting spirit. Going down 2-0, I was even at the point where I was like, "Wow, this match is killed." But the boys, they were up for it, and they fought back brilliantly. Unfortunate not to get 3 points.
Yeah. I mean, let's address the game, and then we'll address the things that led to this lineup, this performance, this team. I want to know when you guys saw us go 2 goals down. How were you feeling? What was going through your head? 2-0 to Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. What was going through your head, lads?
Well, go ahead, Bobby.
Matt, Mo, there is a lot, I have to say about this game. So much.
All right, take it away. Take it away. Let me hear it.
To answer your question, when we were 2-0 down, my thoughts went to what I would start any analogy today with is Romelu Lukaku.
Okay.
Romelu Lukaku, you have let us down big time. We shouldn't be in this position with our highest paid player, most expensive player, and one of our senior players. He's there twerking for Inter and doesn't have the respect for the club that pays him the wages that Inter wouldn't pay him. I was furious when we were 2-0 down because, I felt we should have been 1-0 up had Pulisic taken the chance. And it's always, we need so many chances before we can score. And this is why we got him in the first place. I'm talking of Lukaku. Now, I remember Lukaku owes us now big time. He's put himself in a deficit. Because I remember when he missed that penalty trying to copy Didier Drogba in the Super Cup. And we knew that Mourinho would never forgive him. And back in those days, I used to phone up Chelsea TV. And I was amongst the people that pleaded for him not to be kicked out. He was 18 years old, yada, yada, yada. Eventually, he was kind of frozen out, then he was loaned out, then he was sold out. And Chelsea fans never turned on Lukaku to this day. Even when he scored 2 goals against us at Everton, we never turned against him. We applauded him for what he was doing at another club. Then he came to our club and he wasn't good. He deserved to be on the bench, but we still never turned against him. We still continue to sing his name. I never wanted him in the club. I never thought he was good enough. But he came and I got behind him like everybody else. And now this? Why are we here? Why at a time where the club is struggling the most, our most prized player has let us down? We couldn't play him, even if we wanted to. And Tuchel, thank goodness, he's been vindicated. It's painful. That was the pain I was feeling at 2-0 down, Mo. That was the pain I was feeling. The rest I can address as your show continues. But answering your question, I had to get that in. Romelu Lukaku, you have let us down big time. And you have to apologize to the Chelsea fan base, to your teammates, and to the Chelsea board, and more especially to Thomas Tuchel. What an arsehole.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah. He put us in a very, very awkward position. And I felt for Tuchel, and I think the performance, the way the lads approached the game, the way the fans supported Tuchel, the team today, it showed intelligence. It showed an understanding of what's right and what's wrong, rather than just being blinded by bias. Today, everyone in that stadium was behind Tuchel and let him know, and they let him know. And the performance today, the heart and the way we approached it, it was like a cup final. And the boys put in a shift. Like I said, the result wasn't what we wanted, but the performance, I'm happy. Couch.
Yeah, I mean, Mane should have been sent off the first opening seconds of the game. That's a straight red.
Definitely.
But we move. I actually thought, Pulisic, I don't know, he probably should have rounded the keeper, but I mean, those things happen. I've seen it happen so many times before. Yes, should he have scored? Maybe, but yeah, that's inconsequential to the result, I think, because he did make up with it in that same half with a fantastic taken goal. As far as this Lukaku thing goes, you guys we've been speaking in group chats for days now about this. Yeah, he's let the team down. Whether or not he apologizes is neither here nor there for me. Like, the damage is done. Like, what can you?
Would you accept it? Would you accept an apology?
It's hollow to me. Like, it's hollow to me. Like, his true feelings. If he comes out and says something else, you mean, what is there to believe? Are you going to believe what he said in an interview, or what he's been coerced to say by the club? Like, it's just hollow to me. So for me, he can't say anything that's going to put me back into the mindset that this guy is, proper Chelsea, about the badge, all this stuff. Like, none of that was dead from the time he was like, oh yeah, I came here for the 325K or whatever. So I don't need to hear that anymore.
The apology is not for him to start cooking up stories or give reasons. It's just to apologize that he was wrong, that to have disrespected us like that, and I say us collectively, was wrong.
Yeah, but if he doesn't
actually, has to start this comeback from.
But Bobby, whether he apologizes or not is not going to change anything. Like, he's going to apologize because he's going to be told by the club that this is a statement you have to make. Whether or not that is felt, like a heartfelt thing, is another thing in and of itself. And I'm more of the belief that you can window dress, you could like give us this hollow, this, that, and the other. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I embarrassed the club. It's not going to mean anything to me. Like, there's no apology that he can say that's going to take away the fact from the fact that he's already said, I'm only here because I'm getting paid 325K. He preempted. He didn't even talk to Tuchel about like the whole situation. He ended up just going right to the media and telling them that he's unhappy with his performance at Chelsea. And in that 3-week period, when he recorded the interview and when it was released, he could have went and spoken to Tuchel in that time frame, man to man, face to face. And the fact that he didn't do that is just like, you're a coward. Like, you waited for this, you ran to the media to get your point off, and then you didn't even go and address it to the man that you have the problem with. Like, so he can't say anything to me. I don't know. You guys might be different, but there's no apology that's going to get me back on side, being like, yes, this guy is this, that, and the other, or anything that he can say that's going to make me feel like, there's some remorse there, or I'm just not there. Like, maybe it's too soon, but I'm just not there. As far as the game goes,
Couch. I think an apology wouldn't be accepted by many of the fans, including myself. But it would go a long way in starting the I don't know what's the word, to build the rapport again, and maybe he could start to do things on the pitch which can change the stance towards him. I think for me as a fan, I want to see things change on the pitch.
Yeah,
I want to see him. Exactly. I want to see him put in a shift, score the goals, and then I may change my stance. I'm not doubting. I'm not debating the fact that he put in a very good couple of performances recently, but that was before we knew what he had said.
But that doesn't change. Like so I'm saying, like the words don't change anything. Like he was still putting.
Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
We can't keep sulking over this.
I'm not sulking. I'm over it. I've been telling you. I don't need an apology.
To do a job.
Exactly.
And what we want from him is to do that job. I'm not interested in, talk of the badge and all that. Start banging in the goals, and you're good with me because you're fulfilling your contract. That's where we should be.
We can go back. We can address the history of this. Like obviously, Costa almost derailed a title challenge, and I don't remember him apologizing. He scored goals. People forgot about it. So
exactly.
So for me, it's not about the apologies. Just like do what you're paid to do. That's all it is. Move on. Like I'm over this. This is kind of why this match was indicative of what Chelsea is all about for me. The fighting spirit. Like adversity, overcoming that, and then and really like we bossed that game. Let's be honest. Like I mean, we were all over them. The way they pressed. How many times did we effortlessly walk through their press and get up the pitch with no problems whatsoever? Like this is a positive performance from Chelsea. Yeah. Only thing that was lacking was that third goal. But outside of that, everyone played well. We had a good performance. I know people are going to talk about Chalobah and the mistake. I just think that he makes that decision because he doesn't trust his hamstrings right now because he's still not 100%. So he goes.
Experience also plays a part. Couch.
I think, for sure. But I mean, I don't think that he trusts his hamstrings to go and make that challenge, that lunging challenge with his leg. And I think that he went with his head just because he was more sure about that. But mistakes happen all the time. I think, to be honest with him, I think that he shouldn't have been put in the line of fire. Because the last couple of matches he's been dodgy, and I don't think that his head's quite there yet. But he's out there playing again because needs must. Christensen got the back. He's got his back blown out.
Couch
by Barcelona.
Would you see right now everyone is highlighting the performance or the goal from Pulisic and from Kova, the performance of a lot of the outfield players. Would you agree that if it wasn't for Mendy, this game would have been lost?
Absolutely. Especially that.
What a performance!
Salah chance.
That chance. He had to track back and then dive. Yeah. It was a fantastic save by him, and it was a tough shot. It was a lob, a volley. It was all kinds of shot by Salah.
Top bins. It was top bins. He would have scored.
If it was Kepa, we'd be making excuses. Oh, it was unsavable and all that kind of stuff. No, but seriously, one of the highlights of the transfer windows, all these players that we've brought in, for me, it's been Mendy, because that is one fantastic transfer that we have actually acquired. Not a record signing fee, but boy, has he been immense for Chelsea over the past couple of seasons now. And I mean, I know people don't want us to talk about this, but it's painful. It's painful when you invest so much and you sacrifice so much to bring in a player, and it backfires in this way. Yeah. It's painful. It's painful. I mean, I know, we don't want to. People want to see us address the game and probably give you ratings of the players or whatnot. No, but the only reason the game was played in that way, and the game was held to ransom, for lack of a better word, was because of that interview, and it's hard for me to fathom how there are still people excusing the actions or trying to give it what's the word here?
Gaslight it.
Gaslight it, legitimize it. Try to make it not so big.
Yeah.
I mean, that all was fine for the first 24 hours when we didn't really know everything that was behind it. But now that we do, I'll tell you something. We've been kind. We've been kind to the man. And when I say kind, I mean in respect to, I think if this had happened with a different club, the fan base would have acted with a lot more assertiveness. While we're still seeing people trying to defend it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's address the performance. What a strike! What a strike by Kovačić. The man doesn't know how to score easy goals. Give him a tap in, he'll mess that up. But give him a volley as he's moonwalking at the edge of the box. What a shot! What a shot, man!
He was man of the match today. Let's be honest, he was the man of the match today. He bossed that midfield between him and Kante. There was the only difference was
Mendy, Kante. Mendy, Kante.
I would even just say the fact that the reason why we controlled that match as well as we did for large chunks was the play of our midfielders. Kante and Kovačić were immense today. You can't speak of a midfield duo that played at that level in a game this high with the stakes as high as it was. So obviously Kovačić is man of the match, but I don't think that Kante was very far behind as well. He played extremely well, and of course the ball into Pulisic for the equalizer was exceptional. Well weighted into space, just really well taken as well. But Kovačić is the kind of guy, in those matches where we were missing him, even a month and a half ago and stuff like that, this is why we miss him. It's because he has the ability to control a midfield like nobody else can. And I'm not talking about just his ball retention. I'm talking about his ability to dribble into space and, really get on the counter press and counter attack and release the ball. He's integral to anything Chelsea wants to do in matches like this where we're looking to. It's just like I said in the pre-match. We have to be able to control the midfield and counter press and get into that midfield, get at their midfield. That's exactly why I thought the game was going to be won and lost, and it's precisely why I wanted Jorginho on the bench for this one, because he's having problems with the press the last little while. And I'm just glad that I was in some ways vindicated for the two playing in there, Kovačić and Kante, because it just showed exactly what I thought was going to happen. They're exceptional at breaking the press right up the pitch, gave us options in the final third. Immense performance, and I'm excited about it. So
Kante and Kovačić. I see them now as fit, match fit.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
I think that's what was lacking over the last few games. They did partake, but they weren't there. They weren't match fit. And I think the fact that we saw that performance from them, when they're fit, you can see the difference in their output, in their the way they work the pitch, and the way they dominate the midfield. I was, however, a little bit confused in regards to the substitutions that Tuchel made in that second half, and I want to address that. But before I address that, let me just welcome MDT to the stream. MDT, how are you, my man? And tell me how you're feeling, bro.
Sorry, Mo. I'm all right. How are you guys doing today?
We're good.
Better.
How is your throat? Is it better?
Well, I'm finishing my antibiotic today. I think it's getting better. For the past 4 days, I've not eaten solid food. I've been just drinking this silly soups, and it's not fun.
No, I'm sure it isn't. This is a comment from Mikhail. Mikhail, where have you been, man?
Yeah,
we've missed you. We've missed you, mate. We've missed you. You've been gone for a while, blood. You've been gone for a while. Happy New Year to you, my brother. He says, we got Lukaku so he wouldn't be toxic like Haaland. Yep, good point. Viola, but Haaland / Viola. But Lukaku has within 6 months made himself toxic. Huge hole for him to dig out of now, correct? Lukaku needs to do his talking on the pitch from now on. Spot on, Mikhail. Exactly what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. Mikhail, brother, great to see you back in the chat. If you want to jump on, just let me know. I'll send you the link. Big up to you, Mikhail. Eric Blue, welcome to the stream. How are you, Eric?
Hey again, Kasim. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I just
doing good.
I watched the extras, at the end.
Guys, do us a favor. The guys on the panel and the guys in the chat. As soon as the press conference is published, let me know so I could share it and we could watch it together.
Yeah, I've already seen it, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it because I literally, as soon as the match finishes, I set up the stream, and then I get like 5 minutes before we go live, so I didn't have any time. All right, MDT. Let me know. I mean, let me hear from MDT. Then we got to Eric Blue. How did you find that game? How did you find the performance? What stood out for you? We'll start with MDT.
Yeah, like for me, when I was watching it, I was impressed with the midfield, the way he set them off, Kante and Kova. But what I was more impressed with, we went man to man with the Liverpool attack. So this is why people are not giving that young kid a chance. He was against Mane on his own. Tuchel did that intentionally to give up a higher chance to win this game. He went man to man. The defense each were taking somebody. They were not free today the whole game. So, we did well. We did well for us to do that with a 22-year-old first season at Chelsea first team. Yeah, he made mistakes, but guess what? I was disappointed with his mistakes because I thought he didn't trust his feet more. But the reason why, we all know, him and Thiago Silva are playing with a tight hamstrings. They've been playing with. So when you're playing with tight hamstrings, if you don't trust your leg, that's when you start doing those silly mistakes. If you check it the past few weeks, he's been doing the same mistake because he's not been trusting his legs, and he's not trusting his legs, and that you could understand. Although I'm disappointed, obviously when you're watching the game, you get mad when someone make mistake. But you gotta look at it to say he's 22. He's playing with tight hamstring because we have Christensen contract issue. That's why he's playing. If Christensen was okay, he wouldn't be playing all these games. We all know that. He'll be like, yeah. So we don't look at.
Behold, he did come off with another hamstring injury, right? Like that.
You see,
he got injured.
Thank you. Yeah. This kid has been putting his body on the line because of he loves this club. So sometimes we pounce on their mistake and just make it look so huge. Look at Van Dijk on the other side. He was responsible for our equalizer because he was lazy to come off because he's tired. So look at it. He's a professional. So for me, that's the impressive part because we went man to man. Okay. And I was a little bit disappointed with the second goal because of Alonso. When Rudiger go on cover for you, you have to cover for Rudiger. He didn't do that. That's crazy. You don't do that. And also, if you check Mo Salah, what he did, a goalkeeper, no matter how a forward, you're taught that hold the ball. A goalkeeper will not stay on their feet for more than 2 seconds. They will go down, and then you lift it. So you could tell Mo Salah, the young Mo Salah at Chelsea, and this Mo Salah is different. If that was Chelsea Mo Salah, he would have taken the shot immediately, like Werner does. This is why I keep saying when Werner gets in the box, you should think about ice cream. No need to rush it. Take your time. Because you're in control. The goalkeeper have to make a move. The defenders cannot touch you. So when you look at it, those are the things that I look at. I said, you know what? This team, the reason why we struggled in December, we didn't have a fit squad. Now all we need to do is make sure that the people that are not contributing, that are sitting on the bench, get rid of those, replace them with people that can contribute next year, whichever time. And I will move to the young players in the forward line. People should not be harsh on them, very hard on them, because guess what? Today we have similar chances exactly like Liverpool, and Liverpool have two world-class forward. They miss more.
Havertz, Mount didn't have a brilliant game, but he did all right. Pulisic had a couple of misses, but Pulisic played a good game today. But Havertz, though, not so sure. How do you rate Havertz?
Yeah, he's coming back from injury. You know me, when somebody is not fully fit, it's not fair. I cannot judge you. Although when I'm watching the game, I get frustrated. But as soon as the match finished, I don't think with my emotion anymore. Like, there's no emotion involved. Then I have to rationalize every move, everything. So for me, yeah, when we're watching it, it's frustrating because emotionally you attach for the 90 minutes. But we have to move away from the emotion when we're analyzing a game, because emotions is not right, because your emotion is how you feel. How you feel is not necessarily mean it's true. So how about, I can't judge him. What I can say is, just check. You know, Diego Jota lost more ball today than Havertz. Mo Salah lost more ball than Mount. Sadio Mane lost more ball than Pulisic. And this is a world-class forward. But you know why it doesn't look bad? Because they have more of the, like, they give them the ball quicker. So if they lose the ball 5 times, but they have the ball 10 times, it doesn't look bad. But our forward, if they lose the ball 3 times because they have it 6 times, it look bad because we don't give them as much. And also they're young. They're young. So I'm not making excuses for them, but just compare the two forward today. Liverpool have world-class forward. They made similar mistakes like our forwards. But us, Chelsea, when our forward line, this young line, make the same mistake, we want to hang them. I know the reason why, because we want to win. But sometimes, let's just look at it. They're too young. If we want the full package, you bring them, they come with baggage as well. They come with a big baggage. So whichever way you look at it, you know, so I'm not disappointed with the performance. Today, I believe the reason why we dropped the point is because of Lukaku. If he was playing today, this would have been an easy win. So it's his fault. I'm not blaming anybody on that.
I'm not having anyone slander Lukaku. All right, leave the man alone. The man needs to be left alone. Come on, he's a professional football player that needs to be left alone. Give him a break, please.
And you know what?
Please.
Funny enough, I actually think that the loss of Lukaku or whatever it is galvanized the squad. Like, we got performances from people that, you know, that they stepped up and they were backing Tuchel. So, I mean, we could say if we had Lukaku but a 1, I don't know. But I just know that the performance and the fight in the squad today was a reaction to what happened. And I think that that's a positive.
Yeah, it's like
for me,
we are choosing who we're backing, and we're sticking with our gaffer. We're sticking with our man, our club, our fans. You know, we're not, you know, what he did. We're not excusing. We're not excusing.
Yeah, for me, I look at it 50-50. I look at it 50-50. I think 50% is that, but the other 50%, I think the players are coming.
Sorry,
back.
guys, I can't wait to hear what Tuchel's saying. It's interesting.
Is it
okay?
Is it live or is it
live on
Is it a
Skype.
press conference? Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. The other 50% is
as soon as it's published. As soon as it's published, we'll play it on the stream. As soon as it's published, we'll play it on the stream. Sorry, Mo, we keep on interrupting you. I apologize.
Yeah, and the other 50% is because of 50% is that the Lukaku incident galvanized the squad, but the other 50% is because of the players are looking fit. That's the thing. This is the first time I've seen them fit, and Pulisic, I was happy with him today. One last thing. When he missed that first half opportunity, Mo, I wanted to die. You know why? I was worried. There are 3 players I'm worried for whenever they make mistakes or they didn't take their chances. Pulisic, Mount, and Cho, because I know what they go through. And as soon as I was terrified for him. But I'm happy he pulled through. So I'm very, very happy for him. You know. So that's sorry, my voice is cracking now. Let me just shut up.
Drink some water. Listen, the goal that he scored, for me, it made up for the miss because he had to get in position, a good sprint and a good finish as well. So for me, it was harder to score that one than the one that he missed. So big up to Pulisic. I have faith in the man. I just hope he can stay fit because I know a fit Pulisic is a valuable asset for the club, and you know we always talk about his availability. So let's just hope he can stay stay injury free. Eric Blue, let me hear it, mate. How do you assess the game?
First of all, I wanted the 3 points, but I will take the points. I'm content with the points. I think the team showed a lot of passion. They showed a lot of efforts in the match. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but we know a lot of there are a lot of reasons why we can say we're not really playing exactly the way we want to. We're not playing at our best. But the team we played against, that Liverpool team, were quite open. We could have really punished them a few times, and I was very happy. I can't remember what stream I was on, and somebody kept mentioning how they have a high line and how we can exploit it, and that's exactly what happened. They were very high and they were very open. They lost the ball so many times in the midfield, so it was a very interesting match to watch. I think it could have gone either way. I'm happy that we managed to get a point at least, especially coming back from 2-0. Can't remember the last time Chelsea did that. So yeah, a lot
against
of positives.
Liverpool. Against Liverpool,
against Liverpool as well. Obviously not the full strength team, but it's still close to a full strength team. So yeah, that was just a very encouraging performance, and obviously with the absence of Lukaku as well, who he's in trouble. He's gonna have some more grilling conversations, I'm sure. But
Eric, Couch, Bobby, me, MDT, we all mentioned this. Do you agree with this? The team was galvanized and was energized by the whole situation, that they felt they had to do this for their manager. Do you see that in their performance today?
Yes, I do. And I think part of it was a message to Lukaku, to be honest. I think they were sending a message to him as well. So he needs to obviously sort himself out, gets back in line with the team, and he needs to show the teammates that he's on board, because I knew for a fact that what he did would have an effect in the dressing room. I knew it would be a bad situation, but obviously we've navigated it well, and the players are fully on side. There's no major issues, and Lukaku will just need to make up with his teammates, however he can, and we can move on for the rest of the season. So that's how I look at that, and I'm just very happy with the performance, and the result was this is what I wanted, a draw. At least, obviously, we want to win, but I'm just very happy with the performance. Yeah,
sure. All right. Before I go to Max Burton, I want to ask you guys to please hit the like button. We've got 47 likes with over 120 people in the stream. And also, the channel is 30 subscribers away from 9K. We are 30 subscribers away from hitting 9K. I would really appreciate it if you guys can get us over the line on this stream. It's only going to take 30 more of you to subscribe, and there's 121 of you currently in here. So if you haven't subscribed, you're a Chelsea fan, support the community, and hit that like button and that subscribe button. It would mean a ton to me. I'd really appreciate it. Max Burton, tough game. Not the result we wanted, but the performance was a good one. Welcome to the stream. Give me your thoughts.
Hi,
mate.
guys. Hello, everyone. Dennis,
Hello.
Bobby, Eric. Who else is in there? Is it Boogie?
Hey, Max.
Boogie in there? I can't see.
No, Boogie's not there. Boogie's not there.
I'm doing it on my phone, and my connection's a bit dodgy at the minute. So if it cuts off, you know the reason why. But you know what? The guys, I've always been critical of some of the players in the past for not showing enough cajoles, as they call it, or character. But today they showed character, and boy, did they show it in abundance today. So you know what I have to say. congratulations to all the players today. It was a difficult match, obviously, with all the noise surrounding Lukaku going 2-0 down, having that miss by Pulisic at the beginning and the error by Chalobah. But boy, did we respond. And apart from, if you look at the game, apart from the errors, we were bossing that game in the first half. And for a lot of large periods of the second, the game changed for me on that substitution. I don't know if Chalobah was out of gas or was carrying an injury. He walked off a bit uncomfortably, but we lost that momentum just after the substitution. And I think for the last 15, 20 minutes, Liverpool had the better of the game. But apart from that, I thought that we were the better team. Some standout performances. Cover and Kante gave us that energy in the midfield, and they ran the show. I thought in midfield they were superb. I thought for us, and what a goal by Kovačić. Superb. As Bobby, you summed it up nicely on Twitter when you said SCM vibes against Barcelona. Yeah, great strike that was, and a good finish by Pulisic after that bad miss. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to speak be negative or anything, but that's what I'm saying about some of our fan base. It's a lot of people, rightly or wrongly, said they didn't want Lukaku playing and he should be dropped for this particular game. But it's the same. Some of those same people, when Pulisic missed that, they were abusing. Some of the abuse I saw with Pulisic getting on social media, "Get out of my club, you're rubbish," and whatever. I don't want to swear, but some of this. And I'm thinking that's hypocritical. They are having a go at somebody in Lukaku for disrespecting the club, and what are they doing? They're disrespecting a player for missing a chance. So, we need to be in this together, guys. So we're going to be talking about disrespect. Let us not disrespect players, do it in a negative way. So, if we are really concerned about what disrespect is all about, yeah. So I don't want to really be positive. We had a good performance, but at the end of the day, Man City are the winners with a draw, so it looks like Man City's title. But what this does for us as well, I think, with the way the performance was, I think that this kickstarts the rest of our season from here on in. Because had we lost this game today, then if we went on a little bad run, it can affect our performances towards the end of the season. But with this performance and the way that the players performed for the manager, it makes me confident that we will finish the season strongly.
Max, I want to ask you this question. DMX here is saying, I don't want him to be benched for a long time. Do you think this is going to be a long thing? Do you think it will be resolved soon? How do you read this? The Lukaku benching thing.
To me, it's about what he does from here on in. How he integrates himself back into the squad, the confidence that the squad has in him, him and the manager's relationship. Is it untenable, or is it something that can be solved? I don't know how those talks went on in the last couple of days or so. So it's up to Lukaku to prove that he wants to be part of this setup for me. I thought he was kind of missed in the second half. A lot of people, because we got the result, a lot of people saying, did we really miss him? But in the second half, I thought when we were getting the ball, we're getting into some good areas, but there was no focal point to cross the ball into. So we were just kind of knocking the ball in, and there wasn't any presence in the box to get on the end of some of those crosses.
You know what, Max?
Tuchel addressed Lukaku in his post-match.
Oh, he didn't say much.
I haven't seen the post-match. So
we will watch it. We will watch it as soon as it's on YouTube. I will watch it here on stream with you guys. In regards to the performance, I think the team today wanted to how shall I put this, to show that that the team doesn't need Lukaku. We don't need him to win a game, to be competitive. The fact that he is not playing, we can still grind a result without him. That was a message that was being sent. I also think Lukaku is an important asset that we paid a lot for, and we need to utilize. Discipline needs to be implemented. Punishment needs to be done. However, we don't want to be punishing the club for the actions of the player. Okay, so the player did something wrong. He will be punished. But at the same time, the investment that we made in this player, he should be brought back into the team under the correct circumstances, under the correct, with the correct timing, because we don't want to be a club that has just literally thrown 100 million down the drain. And if you're not happy with Lukaku, as I am, as most of you guys are, and he doesn't do anything to redeem himself or to relieve the tension that is currently surrounding him, then we could always address getting him sold in the summer. But we still have a way to go before the summer. We've got a lot of competitions that we're still in. And I think the onus is now on him to prove himself, to build rapport with the fans. And I'll tell you something, the next time he's on that pitch wearing the Chelsea shirt, everyone is going to boo him. Everyone is going to boo him. And it's up to him to change that. Not up to us, it's up to him. He's got to convince us not to boo him. But anyway, that's a topic for another stream.
I just
Max,
like to
thank
say,
you for your insight.
Just quick, like to say, I don't boo any players, not regarding what they do.
Neither do I.
It's counterproductive for me.
I think there is circumstances and there is. I've never booed a player. I've never done it, but there's circumstances where I can see why it's been done, and this is probably one of those circumstances.
Did they boo Costa? Did they boo Costa?
I don't listen.
No, coach, they did. They boo him, Fabregas, and Hazard the whole game.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the when he's trying to go to China.
Oh, when he wanted to leave. No. He wasn't booed. He wasn't booed.
He never played. He never came back.
Of course he did.
What do you mean he did?
Against in the Conte year?
No, you're talking about when he went to Brazil and he didn't come back.
I'm talking about when he was saying he wanted to go to China. During the title
it
run.
was just a rumor that time. No, there's no
God.
proper news out. He didn't say anything outside that he wanted to go to China officially.
Let me
welcome. By Conte,
hold a catch.
I know they were fighting.
Can we be civil and firstly say hello to Boogeyman before we start arguing with him? Boogeyman, hello and welcome to the stream.
Yo, thanks for having me, Mo.
How you doing, my man? You good?
I'm good. Yeah, I have to go pick up my kid somewhere in emergency, but it's not something bad. It's just
Mo, I'm sick because of Boogie. He sent those juju from Burkina Faso, from Ouagadougou and Bobo Dioulasso.
He sent them all the way from Canada to Manchester.
Yeah. So, MDT, are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Drink water. You need to drink a lot of water, man. Yeah.
Boogie, I want you to tell me how you thought the game panned out today.
Hey, listen, I'm happy that we did not lose today. It was just amazing. Like the performances, the intensity. The only thing that I didn't like too much is the fact that it was more like a ping pong game. Like we have our chance. Liverpool had their chance. We had our chance. They had their chance, and we pretty much like physically fighting for the ball at each level. It's not. I didn't see Liverpool control the game. I didn't see Chelsea actually control the game like normally we have Jorginho and just passing the ball around and all those things, right? So it was more like we cut through them, they cut through us. We cut through them, they cut through us. So it was. I didn't really like it too much, and way too much physicality and too much energy, I think, was wasted on that field, and the result was not what I would have expected. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the same thing. Our forward need to start scoring, especially our wingers need to start scoring, and our defender need to be more focused. Chalobah, listen, he's young. Now we're going to watch the the presser.
Boogie, I'll come back to you after the presser. I wanna hear what Tuchel had to say about this game. Okay, so let's hear it together.
Hi Thomas, can I just start by asking you your overall reaction? You're 2-0 down. It seemed that the response was just remarkable, wasn't it, to bring it back? Can you talk us about the attitude and the commitment from the players?
Not only the response, also the start, and we were so strong from the very start, and it made it even harder to be 2-0 down because we had the feeling we should be 2-0 up. Makes things against Liverpool super tough. I mean, anyway, it is a big match against a big opponent, full of individual quality and energy. So it's a big response, and given the circumstances and where we come from and how we played was exceptional. I think we have 22 high ball recoveries and chances in transition, and could even be a bit more clinical to maybe create even more. Coming back from 2-0 was immense, and there are no worries except for the result. It was a brilliant match of football, and for both teams.
Hi Thomas, sorry to ask about Romelu, but I understand you've got another meeting tomorrow with him. What do you want from that meeting, or what do you expect for him to be reincorporated ahead of Tottenham?
I can understand that you asked the question, but I will not answer it, because I cannot tell you what I want from a meeting that's happening behind closed doors tomorrow. I cannot speak out publicly, and I will not.
Hi Thomas. I think Sadio Mane should have been sent off in the first couple of minutes.
I didn't hear the answer. You interrupted.
Sorry, I think we had a bit of communication problems there. Was there an element of taking a stand against Romelu's comments and sort of making a stand on behalf of the team, showing that those kind of comments won't be tolerated? You can't let the players talk like that.
Taking a stand from me?
Making a stand, showing the players as a collective that this kind of behaviour isn't on.
It's not Chelsea-like, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's not the first time that the interview out there causes some noise that nobody needs. But we can handle it. I don't feel personally attacked, and I don't feel like personal angry, but the noise was too big. Friday I thought we can handle it. On Saturday was new statements out there, and it got too big. It was too much noise, and we lost totally the focus for the match. And we took the decision to delay the decision, and to delay the process, to look in deep, and to protect also Romelu from a rush decision, because we need to speak to him. We need to read the full interview, and we need to stay calm and not lose our head. But it was simply the decision to protect the preparation for a match like this, because it was too much noise, and that's why I took the decision. So this was cleared. He will not be in the squad. He will not play. And from there on, we had a bit more focus to play a match like this.
Last two, Jerry Cox, Simon to finish. Jerry.
Hi Thomas. If the outcome of your meeting with Romelu is satisfactory, does that mean he has a chance to play against Tottenham on Wednesday?
He's our player. He will stay our player. We will always protect our player, and we will take this when we do certain decisions like this. First, we need to evaluate the situation and not listen to the media and not listen to the pressure, but understand what he said, why he said it, and this is the meeting tomorrow. And from there, we will take the decision. If the decision is he's good to go for Wednesday, this is the decision. If it's not, but I cannot tell you right now, because we need to talk and understand the situation better, and from there on we go. And once the situation is clear, there's no doubt that he will stay our player, and we will also protect our player.
Last question, Simon Johnson. Simon? Unmute yourself, Simon.
Hi, Thomas. Sorry about that. Where was Romelu today? Was he at the game? And secondly, you said before the game that you'd spoken to senior players about Romelu. Can you just sort of explain why you held that kind of chat and what was sort of discussed?
Because I don't take decisions in my office and I'm circulating around my thoughts. I take decisions for the team, and I have players to listen to them and hear their opinion and what they think, and then I make my decisions once I hear them out. It's their club, it's their team. It's not a personal thing for me to decide only because of my beliefs. We have a squad to protect, and a squad which is strong, has strong beliefs and strong values. So this is how we take decisions, not only this time, but from regularly we speak to the 5-6 players to get the opinion, to get the inside view, to have a clearer evaluation of the situation, and to take a decision on a bigger foundation.
Wow.
You might.
Wow.
Well done. Put it up just in time, bud.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you didn't see your little like pop-up video there?
No, I did.
I got one big insight.
Fantastic press conference in respect to the way he handled it, and in respect to the information that he gave. He gave just enough information to give the intelligent viewer an understanding of where this is going. You can approach this kind of scenario in two ways. In a way where you allow it to destroy your house, or you can use it to strengthen your house. Because you all know the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, this can be applied here, because this is a situation that has put us at odds with a player. Now, that player is going to have two options: reach out to the media, as he has indicated that he's not going to say nothing until after Monday's meeting. That's Lukaku. Okay, he can reach out to players and stir up more aggravation for the club, or Tuchel can actually head that off by telling him and by saying what he has said today. You are part of this team, you are part of the squad, you are part of this club, and we will address this. And the fact that he spoke to the senior players in the squad about Romelu Lukaku is he is setting the foundation for some sort of solution to this problem. Because to implement a solution to this problem, there's going to be tools that you're going to need to use to implement that. And these tools are the big players in the squad, the senior players in the squad, the players with the experience and the know-how and who have seen these kind of scenarios ahead of them. And the fact that Tuchel is working in that way, it says a lot. It says a lot. I'm confident. I'm confident that we will get this resolved in the best way for the club. And that's just my opinion. I want to hear from Bobby, because Bobby watched this live and he probably has already got his thoughts in order and can give us a better perspective. So let me hear what you got to say about this, Bobby.
Yeah, I think you've really hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's just sheer stupidity to cut him out at this point. It's not like you're dealing with a player that's in the last 2 years of his contract or the last year of his contract. He's barely, 6 months in, and he costs so much and we're paying him so much. And, he's just been a silly boy. He's shown a lot of immaturity. And what I really like is his Tuchel's consultation with senior players in the squad. And I think it was those senior players that encouraged him to tell Romelu that they don't want him in the team today. And you could see that from the way they played. So, and I think that was the right decision. It may not have been my initial impulse, but I don't fault it at all. I think that was the right decision. Now, meeting with Romelu on Monday will be interesting. I think they're going there to be objective. And indeed, he's right, to try and understand why he would do that, if you could possibly get an understanding. Because the truth of the matter is that he never showed them any sign that he felt the way he did. And if he did, then it wouldn't have been such a surprise, because many of us saw him when he was off form, when he was coming back from injury, sitting on the bench. He didn't look that disgruntled, and he certainly never looks disgruntled in training. So that was an interesting take. And I think the meeting is all about a way forward. Unless he's stupid enough to aggravate the situation more in the meeting. And then, do you know what? If he wants to go there, Chelsea have done this before. He can rot in the stands. We have done that. Max, remember Winston Bohadi? He was earning good money back in the day for that time, and we put him in the stands for the rest of his
Yeah, but the difference there is he was a free transfer. This guy's £100 million asset, so I think
I know
these
that,
cases are different.
If he makes his position untenable by showing unnecessary arrogance in the meeting on Monday, then he may have blown it for himself. Yes,
Yeah.
it's expensive.
If the club's a business, they're not going to throw away 100 million like that. So I don't think it's going to be a similar situation.
Yes. Sorry, Bobby, can I just tell you, I think what the meeting is about on Monday.
Yeah, go for it.
The lawyers are involved. The players' unions will be there. It's about the fine. Minimum they can fine you is 2 weeks. The maximum, it depends how big the breach is. That's going to be part of the conversation as well. It's the punishment that will be determined.
Yeah,
as well as whatever.
I'll go with that. There's going to be a punishment for sure, and the punishment will take place in the way of a fine. Anyway, I don't see him being even more stupid than he's been already. He wants to play football, and whether we look at him as a traitor or not, I still feel within me that he wants to play in this Chelsea side. I mean, who wouldn't? And that's probably partly why he came out with this nonsense in the first place, because he wants to be an untouchable. But, sorry, mate, we don't have untouchables at Chelsea.
One thing I picked up on in the interview was how Thomas Tuchel said he's going to ignore the media frenzy around it, and he's going to sit down and get an explanation from Lukaku on his side of the story. Because I know he's made some of these quotes, etc., but if some of them were misconstrued or whatever, then that they can find a way forward. But if he's saying that he's unhappy at the club and he's not really settled in England, because those are some of the reports. I heard something. Obviously, you're going to hear lots of rumours going, with this story. One of the rumours I heard was the guy, is it Marchetti, who did the interview? Is it Zimazio? Sorry, Zimazio, was it? His brother, or someone from Sky Italia's brother, said to him after the interview that Lukaku's not happy, regrets the decision of moving to Chelsea, and he wants to go back to Italy. Again, as I said, that's probably noise, because you're always going to hear different stories about this situation, rightly or wrongly, and there's going to be rumours and rumours and rumours. So if it is a case of he hasn't settled in, we may have to find a way forward of trying to move him out of the club. But if that wasn't his intention, then we can just find a way of moving forward and drawing a line over this.
Max, if that's true, I will call a psychiatrist to get him sectioned. Really? So all those videos, the signing of the contract, and everything he said, and now he's not happy?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's rumours. I heard that's something that's gone around. there are going to be stories of noise coming out of this, and that's what Thomas Tuchel wanted to avoid, all these noise, because you're going to hear one side is going to say something, another side is going to say something entirely opposite. I don't follow the noise. I just read it, report it, but I don't follow the noise and believe the noise until I hear it out of the horse's mouth himself.
Anyways, all right. Sorry, Boogie. We are 30. Is it 30? Yeah, we're 31 We're 31 subscribers away from 9K. 31 subscribers away from 9K. We've got a lot of people watching the stream right now. So if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing, lads. I want you to be part of the Blue Lounge family, part of this Chelsea family. So there's 121 of you here. Let's hit that subscribe button and let's get 100 likes. We're on 60 something. So let's get 100 likes, lads. Can we also welcome Tex to the stream? Tex, welcome to the stream. How are you?
I haven't finished my...
Sorry for dropping out before. I got forced by my mom to clean, even though she made a mess. Which does not make sense, but might have had a bit of my right violated today, but yeah. It's
good. It's good to have you back. It's good to have you back, Tex. Tex, feel free to jump in at any point. It's an open discussion. I know Bobby was talking, and so was Boogeyman, so was Max, so was MDT.
You caught me.
So I'll let you take it. Yeah, the mic is yours. Go on, Boogie. Let's hear it.
No. Yeah, I just want to finish my view on the game first, because Couch.
You're right. I apologize.
Couch cameraman. Anyways,
someone give him a tissue.
What I was saying is, I just didn't like too much the way the game turned out to be, because we didn't have those possession we normally have during games, and then at the end, I feel like Kovačić has done good. Mendy was also immense, and I just think Kante should have done a little more. I like Mount work rate, the way he was all over Fabinho, and even as you can see the difference in height between him and Van Dijk. He didn't shy away of fighting with him, and all of the Mount was there. I like the work rate of Kai Havertz also. For me, he was there playing. He used his height properly. He was kicked a lot in the first half.
Kai Havertz, yeah, exactly. Kai Havertz got himself around. But he wasn't really a threat in front of goal, and that's what you want from your number 9, right?
Yeah, but you have to see also how many fault was committed on him. Like, he has the ball and he get kick, he getting pushed around, but he didn't give up, right? And I just feel like he helped us keep some sort of presence around Liverpool defense most of the time. That's allow a Mount to run into it, and Pulisic, all those, and even allow Kovačić and Kante to come a little front. And I mean, for me, he did his job. I just think Kante, he just has to do a little more than what normally I expect. He did good. I'm not like, nobody can fault Kante, but I just feel like he didn't do too much I was expecting today. Other than that, I was impressed impressed with Alonso. And who else do we have on? Aspi was amazing, and I'm still convinced that Mane should have get a red card at the beginning of the 5-second or whatever game. That is clear red card. He wasn't even looking at the ball. He went with his elbow directly in the face of the person. What else do you need? That's the violence. It's just clear. I just don't understand it. And again, I will come back to the fact that our player didn't protest. We need to stop being gentlemen. I don't understand this whole Chelsea culture.
They did protest. Did you see Chalobah?
Yeah, but come in. Yeah, the VAR review didn't make any sense. Also, man. I want my bench to say show the video. And
you didn't even see the video. Like, you weren't sure. You didn't see Tuchel after that.
I see. He was just talking, but he had to.
No, he was mad. He was irate.
Yeah, but anyway, good.
Boogie won't riot. You know, he's a French guy. They demonstrate every day, so it's normal.
I don't understand Boogie. Sometimes the situation requires you to go in a more assertive manner, and you're all calm and collective. And sometimes the situation just requires you to be calm and collective, and you're all shouting. And what's going on, Boogie? What's going on?
Look. End of the day, if he did that outside of the stadium, he's getting jail time. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. Yeah, it's assault. It's assault.
It's assault.
Yeah,
And bro,
it's assault.
yellow for Pulisic for getting a squeaky clean tackle. What's this?
Say again.
You know what?
That Pulisic tackle, I forgot who it was. He got the ball. And it
He
was
got the ball first, and they got the man after. So that is a 50-50. He can get a yellow easily.
But guys, that's 2 words for you, mate. 2 words for you, Anthony Taylor. Had that been a Chelsea player, he'd have been. No, seriously. Had it been a Chelsea player who did that, he couldn't get his red card out quickly enough for that. We've had red cards for a lot worse than that. That's what I'm saying. We've had red cards for a lot worse than that. Ridiculous. Look at that non-tackle. The non-tackle by Kovačić in the FA Cup final when he didn't even touch the player. Look how quick he was to get the red card out. And this is the same referee. So I'm talking about standards of, and if it's a different referee, then I can understand. But this is a referee who's carded our players for a lot less than what happened today.
Yeah, I'm tired of this, bro.
I can
really
tell you
tired
with
of this.
100%.
They cannot keep taking point off us for just.
No, not that. You guys are forgetting the biggest one. The biggest one was Fabinho.
Yeah, Boogie. Yeah. I get that. Everything you said, I concur with. Everything everybody said about the game, I concur with. I think.
Mo, sorry to interrupt. Do you concur with him saying that Kante didn't have a good game? Because I thought he ran the show along with Kovačić.
He said that.
No, he said he didn't have a good game. That's what he said. He said he was. You said Kante could have done better.
Yeah, I think Kovačić was great, and I think
Kante he said Kante could have done better.
But I think he should have done a little better.
Kante, I concur. Kante, I mean, he was playing. Let me finish. Don't jump on me like Lukaku. Let me finish. Kante had a fantastic game, but he could have done a lot better. As in, he could have ran across the whole pitch and scored a hat trick, and he could have done it. Listen, every player could have done better. Mendy should have saved that shot by Mo Salah. I mean, how did Mo Salah score a goal like that against Mendy? Come on, man. Listen, everybody can do better, and that's why. And that's why football is a sport, because a decision can go one way, a decision can go another way. Your fitness, I think Kante, with the current fitness level him and Kovačić have, coming back from injuries, coming back from all that nonsense, I cannot fault the performances. Can they do better? Yes, they can. Any player can do better.
I can give you 2 examples where Milner has beaten Conte just by speed, by pure raw speed. Conte was never beaten by any
Boogie. This conversation is not going to get us anywhere. All right. I want to move on to what Tuchel said after the game, because the result. Actually, we will talk a little bit about the result in a second as well. But the game is behind us now. The interview that Tuchel just gave us, it has set up the foundation for what's going to happen over the next day or so. I want your opinion in regards to what he said about this whole Lukaku meeting on Monday, this whole situation surrounding Lukaku. How do you think it's going to pan out? How do you see it resolving itself? Because I want to see this resolved in one way or another. So how do you see it being resolved?
I hear something from Tuchel that I'm not sure that I just put too much focus on it or not. When he said after the meeting, if Lukaku or if we accept Lukaku to be Chelsea player again, we will protect him. So I'm not sure why he used that. If Lukaku is a Chelsea player, I don't know if there is an option where Lukaku will be excluded from the team. So because if Lukaku is still Chelsea player, of course we will protect him. We'll protect our player. So that was my focus. And then I'm like, when he said at the end that no, it was at the beginning first. He said they didn't. It was just Lukaku was excluded from the team just because of the noise, and they haven't really sat down with him and speak with him yet. then all those talk we had before that. In fact, that the fact that Lukaku missed this game is probably the beginning of the sanction. But it wasn't even the case. It's just the fact they want to be able to focus on Liverpool game. Now Monday is the day they're going to meet and to assert what Lukaku.
Boogie, do you agree? Do you agree that action can be taken, and it's shown to be one thing, but it's actually something else? Do you agree that could be the case?
Yeah, but I think whatever is going to be decided, it's not Tuchel that is going to decide. It's more the
sorry. I'll clarify. He said that he didn't play because of all the noise, and we wanted to focus on the game. So he is not saying that we dropped him. This is part of his punishment, but because we want to address the situation on Monday. Now, in actual fact, he was dropped. He didn't play. Okay, but he doesn't want that to be used as a fact in the discussion that's going to happen on Monday. You were not dropped. You were sidelined for that game because of the noise. That's the way we're going to sugarcoat it. But the actual fact between him and Lukaku, he was dropped. This is part of his punishment.
No, I don't think so. I think Tuchel is one of those guys. Yeah, I think he's mostly honest. And he dropped Lukaku purely after talking to the senior player, and the noise is too much. He has to sit. But my worry at this point is when he mentioned the fact that if Lukaku is still, after that meeting, if Lukaku is still a Chelsea player, then we will protect him. So I'm not sure what are the options on the table. Is Lukaku holding ground or is?
Boogie, can I ask you this? I don't remember hearing if. Did anybody else hear that? I don't know.
No.
I will have to listen to it again. Did he say?
That's what I was going to say, because I didn't hear the word. I didn't hear the word.
I didn't hear.
I'll have to watch it again, because I can't remember hearing it.
Why everybody's ganging on me?
No, I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember.
Do you know what? The whole message of that press conference is he is trying to show that that Lukaku is still part of us. He is still one of us. So for him to use the word "if" in that context would negate that message, and it doesn't make any sense for him to say that.
Can you do me a favor? Can you replay it? Just please.
Well, how are we going to find it? We're going to have to watch the whole interview all over again.
How long is
no,
it?
we can go to the middle. Wasn't it the guy before Simon Johnson?
Oh, hold on.
What's his name?
Let me find it.
I think Boogie. I think you're right. I remember hearing him
exactly. For some reason, I thought I heard that, and that was my focus. I just focused on that one. I was willing to discuss that at the end, but again, I thought he said if he's still. He said twice something like that.
I'm just bringing the interview back. Do you know who was asking the question? Was it?
Oh God! It's Simon in the middle Phillips? Somewhere. It's not at the beginning. For sure. I can't remember.
It might have been some. I can't remember. I don't know. I mean, Simon Johnson asked a good question, right? The silly question about what Lukaku is.
Unmute yourself, Simon.
I think it was Simon Johnson.
You think so?
Yeah.
Hi, Thomas. If the outcome of your meeting with Romelu is satisfactory, does that mean he has a chance to play against Tottenham on Wednesday?
It might be this one.
He said he's our player. He will stay our player. We will always protect our player, and we will take this.
He is our player. He's still our player.
Hold on.
The if came from the question.
And not listen to the media and not listen to the pressure, but understand what he said, why he said it, and this is the meeting tomorrow. And from there, we will take the decision. If the decision is he's good to go for Wednesday, this is the decision. If it's not, but I cannot tell you right now because we need to talk and understand the situation better, and from there on we go. And once the situation is clear, he is no doubt that he will stay our player, and we will also protect our player.
So, did you hear that? Replay that.
No, I think it's your grasp of the English language. So we'll let you off on that one. But he didn't say if he's still a Chelsea player.
Can you hear that? If the decision is clear.
Boogeyman, behave yourself.
Decision. If the decision.
Just a little. Just one sec.
He didn't say if.
Yeah. It's if the decision is that.
Guys, no talk. Let's hear this.
And we will also protect our players. Right now, because we need to talk and understand the situation better, and from there on we go. And once the situation is clear, he is no doubt that he will stay our player, and we will also protect our player.
Last question, Simon John.
See, if the decision is clear.
Yeah. Let it go a little.
You didn't go far back enough.
Oh God!
I don't think you went back.
And that's why I took the decision. So this was clear.
No, you went too far now.
He will not play, and from there on we had a bit more focus to play a match like this.
Last two, Jerry Cox and Simon to finish. Jerry.
Hi, Thomas. If the outcome of your meeting with Romelu is satisfactory, does that mean he has a...
Hold on. The first if was used if the outcome. So that's the premise. If the outcome.
Against Tottenham on Wednesday?
He said he's our player. He will stay our player. We will always protect our player. And
he is our player. He will stay our player. We will always protect our player.
We will take this when we do certain decisions like this. First, we need to evaluate the situation and not listen to the media and not listen to the pressure. But
we need to evaluate the situation, not listen to the media, not listen to the pressure. So he's emphasizing the need to keep it. All right.
You're right.
And what he said, why he said it, and this is the meeting tomorrow. And from there, we will take the decision. If the decision is he's good to go for Wednesday, this is the decision. If it's not, but I cannot tell you right.
So the decision is if he will play against Tottenham on Wednesday. That's what the if is all about.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, please.
And understand the situation better, and from there on.
I think Boogie work for the Sun.
No, can you not talk, please? Go back to 5 seconds.
There's no doubt that he will.
Listen, Boogie. I've had enough of this, man. I've had enough of this. Are you serious? keep going back. He's talking. Listen,
at the end of that, well, exactly. Anyways, I will listen to him myself. Good.
No. Now listen. The ifs, because the question was posed with the if, he's answering the question with another if. He's saying to him, would he, if everything goes fine on Monday, would he play against Tottenham on Wednesday? And then so when he's replying if, it makes sense that you can apply the question in that way.
That's good. Yeah, I'll go to bed. No,
listen.
What I heard is simple. I understand all those things you've been saying up to that point, but if the decision is he is still with us, then we'll protect him. He mentioned that at the end also. That's why my focus was on it. You didn't let it play completely, but that's fine.
He didn't mention that. He didn't say that.
He's talking about the decision to play him on Wednesday.
Okay. Boogie out. Yes, thank you. Someone said Boogie out.
No, people love you, Boogie. People love you.
I think Boogie worked for the Sun newspaper in Britain or Daily Mirror.
Yeah, or Sky. Sky is enough.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I'm still trying to backtrack. Like, how was it decided that Kante didn't have a good game? Like, was I missing something? Because I thought that he was so important.
He could have played better.
Okay,
don't take his words out of context. That's how we got in this mess in the first place.
But I'm just trying to figure out what is the midfielder supposed to do. He assisted, he broke the press, he made key passes in the final third. Like, what more could you possibly do? Anyways, I just want. It's not even so much that I care about that. I was shocked because you played in the midfield, right, Boogie? You played as a midfielder.
I played midfielder actually. Yeah, I criticized Kovačić many times, right?
Wow.
And today you say no.
Kovačić was the man of the match for sure.
Yeah, but you criticized
Kante was definitely a very influential midfielder throughout the game.
Oh God,
without question. The amount of times we broke their press so effortlessly because of his deft touches to get in behind them. Come on.
Kante today was beat twice by James Milner.
Boogie. The one Danzo has a message for you. This is exactly why Lukaku shouldn't have said anything. People will just decide what they want to hear anyways. So this is something that you need to take on board as well, Boogie.
Yeah, but look, I don't even want to talk to Lukaku. I mean, we play good without him today, and whatever happened to him. He just have to. He's a big boy, right? We play good today. I don't really care about him.
All right, listen, lads. Seriously, I have a feeling that we will see Lukaku back in action quite soon, based on that press conference. What do you guys think?
True.
Maybe he'll miss. What's the next match? Spurs in the
Spurs in the cup, right?
Yeah. I'll bring up the schedule.
If we lose against Spurs, I'm throwing my dog out the window. That's.
I mean, he can get a fine before that, right? So he gets punished, miss out, and then you get the fine.
Yeah, the fine, 2 weeks fine. What is that gonna do?
No. 2 weeks is minimum. 2 weeks is minimum. All right, guys, this is what we got coming. We've got Tottenham on Wednesday, 7:45 kickoff, and then we've got Chesterfield. You know what? We should just play him on Chesterfield.
Exactly. That's
I'll play him with the whole team of youngsters and just tell him, yeah, go on, kick the ball about. And then we'll play it again on Wednesday. So we're not playing in the Premier League for another week.
You know the problem is with
10 days.
Again, it's like, cutting your nose to spite your face, because what's going to happen is Kai Havertz is not match fit. We know that. Like today was a labored performance. He wasn't very good. So Lukaku, who's just rounding back into form, finding his fitness. We're going to now bench him for a couple of games. And then...
No. Listen,
he's going to be out of form.
Couch, twist. Couch is a twist in this. Who's managing Tottenham?
You know what? That's what I said. I was going to say that. I said this was we're missing the bigger picture here. It was a Conte masterclass. So Conte said to him, "Why don't you give an interview to Sky Italy to apologise to the Inter fans? I think that'd be great for you." And then, why don't we just get them to release it a few days before we play you? Why? He misses the Chelsea game. Just joking.
Well, you guys see what I'm saying, though, right? Like, obviously, he's going to be, if he misses a few games, he's probably his form's going to drop and he's going to be unmatched fit. And with Havertz, he's going to be forced into being, the preferred number 9 now, and he's not match fit. So it's just like everything that happened here is just, we were just starting to get healthy, and now we're seeing this again. It's just going to be, I don't know. I don't like what I see right now in terms of that position.
I think Couch, I agree with you, but I think he's going to play against Tottenham. I believe this is going to work in our favor. I believe that because it is going to work in our favor. Guess what? Because in Belgium, the newspaper said he will accept any punishment Chelsea gave him. He knows he's out of line. So that's a good sign. So let's wait and see Monday. If he accepted whatever and took his responsibility, all we want from him to do his job on the pitch and just shut up and do your job. If you want to speak, you can speak. For me personally, you play on Wednesday. You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because in Belgium, they said he will accept any. He knew he was wrong on blah blah blah, the full story. But the thing is, for me right now, if we play him on Wednesday, I believe he should just do his job on the pitch because we need his goals. Whether we will, we need his goals. That's the problem. We need his goals. It's not like when we have Drogba, Anelka, somebody messed up. Even with Costa, we have Hazard, we have William was in good form, and even Pedro was scoring. So Conte benching Costa for the rest of the second part of the season. We didn't need Costa. Costa only scored 6 goals for the rest of the season. So this time around is different. So if we take, for me, it's the money. If we get 3 million of him, I'm good with that because I'm more about the money side.
3 million?
Hold on.
I'm hoping.
Hold on. We'll come back to 3 million bit. Boogeyman, I know you got to go, brother. Thank you for coming on. Much love. Look after the family, and we'll see you in the next stream, brother. Take care of yourself.
Thanks for having me. Take care, guys.
Peace, Boogie. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, I have to go as well.
What? You just got here.
What's going on? All my parents. I'm admiring your picture.
Eric, are you having jollof rice today or what?
No.
I think it's 3 of us because I've got some family commitments that I need to fulfill.
All right.
So I will watch the rest of the stream later, guys. So all the best.
All right,
Cheers,
Max.
guys.
All right, Eric. Thank you for being here, guys.
Take care. Thank you.
Big up.
Okay, guys, take care.
Take care, brother.
Bobby,
Take care. All right, listen.
sorry, Bobby.
Listen.
sorry.
I wanna address this question. I wanna address this question for you guys. Let's have a look at the screen and tell me truly, where is the title at? Is it over? Because it's looking.
It's looking rough. It's rough.
10 points. I mean, even if Liverpool win that game in hand, it's 8 points. Is it a 2-horse race, or is it done?
It's still a 3-horse race, just based on the fact that both teams still need to play City. So, say Liverpool beat Man City and Chelsea beat Man City, that puts the contention right back into it. But like again, it's out of our hands. That's the thing. We're hoping we're begging for results right now. Same with Liverpool. If I was a betting man, I would say Man City, and I said Man City at the beginning of the year, anyways, just because I just think they've been through this before. But I mean, you can never tell. You can never tell at this point. Anything could happen at this point in time. The problem is that Liverpool and Chelsea are going to be losing some really key players within the next couple days. And Man City ain't losing anybody. Like, I think only guy is like, what, Mahrez or something like that? And he barely plays for them anyway. So, yeah, it's all but done, but there's still hope if they can find results against them when they play them.
All right, we've got Xavi in the stream. Xavi, how are you, my man? How you doing? Xavi, can you hear us?
Yeah. How you doing? I had stream playing in the background, so it would have been an echo. So I had to mute that.
Sweet. Xavi, give me your thoughts on the game. Give me your thoughts on Lukaku. I mean, we haven't heard from you for a while. Where do you stand in all of this?
Well, at first, when I saw the first interview, I wasn't as pressed because I thought he was just apologizing to Inter. But as the interview came out, it just got worse and more disrespectful for me. So, like, I really like Lukaku and I want him to score goals. I'm not as emotional, but there's just certain disrespect we can't tolerate. Their standards has to be in the club, and I like what came out of it, that Tuchel dropped him and the board is okay with it. Now it shows us positive signs that the board is going with the manager and not having the stupid player power, because they would have looked retarded anyway bad for letting Lukaku play after he's done that. It was disrespectful. And if I'm looking at it at a teammate standpoint, I think that's a big disappointment too. If you look at overall aspect when you're playing football, like your teammate says that about you, so it's like, yo, you're not really like putting your 100 into this club. I'm sure he's a professional and gets the job done, but I'm looking at you got a big game and like this comes out and you do this, like it's a bad look. And I don't know, I'm disappointed because I thought I had higher standards for him. You know what I mean? Higher standards. So it's very disappointing. But I feel like the club went about it.
I was just gonna say to you. I mean, me, Eric, Couch to a certain degree. We were backing Lukaku. We thought Lukaku could actually do it for Chelsea and may turn things around for us. But then we put him. We put the standards high for him. We set him up high, and I think this has hurt the people who backed him more than the people who never liked him in the first place, because we were always out there defending him, protecting him, and trying to make excuses to a certain degree to some of his shortcomings. But after what he done, it's very hard to look at him in that vein again. I think you can't defend him. But I think MDT was saying earlier, there is positives to this, because now Lukaku has to prove himself to the fans and try to redeem himself, and this could push him to perform better, to achieve.
But you know what's scary about that too? What if he doesn't perform and he's a disgruntled £100 million striker?
Then he's hurt. He's destroyed his own career. He's destroyed his own career with his own hands, and that would be on him.
No, but that's £100 million just down the tube for Chelsea too, right? If he can't get back on track, Like we're in big trouble. We can't move him, and we can't bring in anybody else. So
Like 100.
we better be we're praying that he can find his form and start playing football again. That's the hope right now. You know, as a Chelsea supporter, it's not about well, he has this opportunity now. No, you got to now. Everything is dependent on you coming and playing proper football for this club right now, or I don't even know what to say. Yeah, or you guys know what I mean.
The thing to me is like the arrogance. Like he showed arrogance in the interview. Why do we think he's gonna change the arrogance about him? Like to think he could just come back and just play. Now you got to go work harder. But he showed he had arrogance already. I don't know. We're creatures of habit. So you show me that. I think that's probably what's gonna happen. You're still gonna be arrogant regardless. You're complaining over the situation instead of going to Tuchel about it to the board. You go to an interview behind people's backs and not like say anything about it. Like his character really took a big hit for me. I just want you to come to like players being attached to a club. Those days are over. Like they just come in, doing the job. Like there's no this is a dream. They lie a lot. But I would hope it gets resolved and he comes out and takes accountability, because at the end of the day, he's a man and we all do things as human beings that were big mistakes, and he needs to come out and apologize. Like he owes it. The least he could do is apologize for the time and accept it.
Yeah, definitely an apology. But like, what is that? Okay, couple things. I don't really think that apology is going to make much of a difference. Like what's done is done. The damage is there. Secondly, I still think that like the thing that's killing me right now is this guy's talking big talk about, Chelsea and like, how much he loves Inter and how much he wants to talk to Tuchel about it. It's been 3 weeks since he's done that interview, and he still hasn't even like looked the man in the face and told him anything. He's gone and run behind his back to go to the media and go talk to him. And that to me is just a coward's move, man. You know what I mean?
Snaky.
You know what I mean? Like that. Those are the types of things that I can't forgive. Never mind the fact that he said he only came here for the money. Like the guy is a coward. He didn't even want to face Tuchel and tell him what his true feelings are. He ran to the media to do it for him. Like that. That's You guys know how I stand on this anyhow.
All right, I got a question for all of you. We've just seen the table. It looks tough for us to have a realistic challenge for the title. We're not out of it, but it's very hard. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's going to be very hard. What should our expectations be this season? What do you guys would classify? I mean, let's put the Premier League out of the equation for now. What would be the minimum you'd want us to achieve this season? And we would say it was a relatively successful season. What's the minimum benchmark for each one of you? And I'll start with Bobby and we'll work our way around. Bobby, what is the minimum that you would accept as being a successful season for us?
Yeah, we've got to make top four. And I think we have to win the World Club Cup. I don't want us to start to get too emotional about this Lukaku thing. I know what he said hurts, and I know that the club will fine him accordingly. But he's still an asset that we have not fully utilized. And we need to be focused on getting the full benefits of this player we've invested so much money in. So I don't want us to be too emotional at this point. It is what it is. The punishment is happening, and we need to relax a bit so that Chelsea benefit from him. But as a minimum output for this season, it's got to be top four and the World Club Cup. Anything else, to me, it's a bonus. I don't think the Premier League is out of reach. I really don't.
Sure.
I will never think that until it is out of reach, because I've seen too much. I've seen Newcastle blow an 18-point lead in April, and Man United go and win the title. Liverpool blew a lead recently, as Van Dijk just alluded to in his interview just now.
Man City could easily have lost the last game. Easily have lost it.
Yeah. And we're in a strange time. You know, the pandemic is still here. People still have COVID situations, and it will only take a bout of injuries and, you know, COVID to knock Man City out of their stride, who have shown quite clearly that they are a team that if you really put them under pressure, they can collapse. So I'm not going to give up on the title in January. I'm not. 11 points, yes, it's difficult. It really is a mountain to climb. But I'm not going to say it's over at all by any stretch of the imagination. We just need to get back and have a good January transfer window.
Yeah, definitely. The January window is crucial. We need to see something happen in the next month. Couch, your minimum requirements for a successful season.
Yeah, no, I still think we got the Super Cup, we got the Club World Cup if we can win that. Deep cup run in the Champions League. I'm talking like semifinals would be great. And then, yeah, of course, top four is mandatory. That goes without saying. Anything outside of that is just an extreme disappointment. But yeah, I'll take the 2 cups and then a deep run in the Champions League and yeah, a top 4 finish. I think that is something that we can definitely handle with a full strength squad. And, you know, I'm pretty sure that is on the cards for Chelsea going forward. Like that's not really that hard when you think about it.
Yeah, no, top 4 is a must. Champions League football is something we have to achieve. I would take any domestic cup. I want the World Cup, but any domestic cup would be a bonus because we've already got the Super Cup, top 4 finish and another trophy. I'll be content with that. And again, you know, I agree with you guys. The title is not over. Tough, but there's a chance. MDT, let me hear it.
Yeah, for me, top 4 is a must. Any good run in the cup competitions is okay. Is good. But for me, the most important thing for me this season is the development of our young forward players. If they can develop to a good standard to the second part of this season, like now, that will be the making of us. Then that means we don't have to go into the market and spend stupid or look for things that we don't. For me, for the next 18 or whatever game left in the league and the cups, whatever, if it's 25 or whatever, I just hope and see like their productivity goes up, and that will be like an indication for next season and the future what's going to happen. For me, is their development. For me, their development and top 4 is more important than cup because they're the future. If they do well now, we don't have to spend a lot of money or start searching the market like crazy. If they don't, that's another aspect of our transfer which we have other things to deal with. You know, I want that to be the least of our worry. And with the title, we have to take things into perspective. Manchester City, they've have everything go their way. The last 3 games, they could have easily drawn all 3. They end up winning all. We should have beaten United. We should have beaten Burnley. We should have beaten all Everton. So these are the difference. The 8 points we dropped and the 6 points they won. So, you know, when people keep going, oh, the title is gone, whatever. Bobby is right. It's not only that. Liverpool, Manchester City, even Manchester City were once leading the title and they lost it too. You know, so anything can happen. They're favorite, which is undeniable. But the last 3 games, just like I said, Liverpool with Wolves. Remember when I said Liverpool were not playing well? And people were like, I'm saying, don't worry, Liverpool are not playing well. City have not been playing well. They've been very, very fortunate with decisions. Against Wolverhampton, it was a dodgy penalty. Against Leicester, it was 6-3. It could have been 6-6. It could have been either way. It could have been anyhow. Okay, against Arsenal, we all saw what happened. Against Brentford had their chances. So football is a funny thing. Yeah, they have everything going for them now. The referee, the decision, the COVID, the disease, everything is going in their way. But you never know. All it takes is for just a month for them to have those issues. But we have to wait and see. Right now, they're favorite. But Nothing is off the table right now. But for me, it's the young players' development. Top 4 and the young players' development. For me, I will take those even over a cup, because if they develop to the way we think they will, that's the next 5 years title run.
All right. Bobby, take your time, mate. Take your time. I just got a private message from Bobby. Bobby, take your time. All right, I'm gonna switch the question to Tex and Xavi. I have a feeling that both Tex and Xavi are gonna have the same mindset to what we have just addressed in regards to the minimum level. So I'm gonna switch the question a little bit for Tex and Xavi, and then we'll open the discussion to everyone. Tex,
Yo.
do you think the fact that the Premier League may be a little bit harder to achieve this season, we will see a bigger focus in regards to the way we approach the Tottenham games in the semi-final of the League Cup, and possibly get our first trophy there? Because the semi-finals, we've got two legs, and then we're back in the final. Should we beat Tottenham? Do you think this is going to be the main focus for Thomas Tuchel, especially the fact that he's playing against a former Chelsea manager and the former manager of Romelu Lukaku? So how do you see this panning out, Tex? I'll be asking the same question to you, Xavi. So in the meantime, think about it. Go on, Tex.
Yeah, I feel like, Thomas Tuchel is not a manager who likes to do simple things and likes to do routine things. He wants to make a statement. He's always, been that kind of manager. He's always, showed up in statement games when it really, mattered. That's when he always, that's when we almost always win. So even though the Carabao Cup is not, a major trophy when you compare it to, the Premier League, the FA Cup, I still believe that Thomas Tuchel will definitely try to win the Carabao Cup. I think we're going to see a weakened squad, but I also feel like we're going to have a couple of first team players. And if when we're talking about the Premier League, like I forgot who said it. It was either Bobby or Couch, but just a couple of injuries and then boom, you could go on a bad run of form. It doesn't even have to be a whole lot of players. It can be one or two or three, key players, and then boom, the gears aren't really working as well as they used to. And it's happened to Liverpool last season. It's happened to us this season, and Manchester City last year, they won the Premier League. At the start of the season, they were not good. They were on a bad run of form, but then, they started playing well again, and then they went, top of the league, and then they won the league. And, it's football. Obviously, the title race is not over yet. It's not over until, there's not a single chance, because, we still have, 17 games left in the Premier League. And for me, my expectations would also be top 4, maybe top 3. I mean, we're most likely going to get top 3 anyways, because it's just Manchester City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. As of right now, that's how the title race is looking. I'd also like a deep run in the Champions League as well, because we are reigning champions, and if we go out early, then it would be not exactly the nicest thing. I'm expecting us to win the Carabao Cup and the Club World Cup. Those ones should not be too difficult. The Carabao Cup might be a bit difficult because now, realistically, Arsenal, I don't think is going to beat Liverpool in the semifinals. So most likely, if we beat Tottenham, we are going to, play Liverpool. And, I feel like Klopp is going to play very weak inside in the Carabao Cup, because Klopp has shown, in recent times that he just does not care.
Not in the final. Not in the final.
Not in the final.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think it's going to be a really strong team. I think it's going to be an average-ish team.
All right.
For the Club World Cup, we definitely have to win that. If we don't win that, that is going to be a bit embarrassing. But yeah, if we get top 4, obviously, well, with our injuries and everything, as long as if we don't do business in the January, I think MDD was talking about youngsters. Right now, we should not be focusing on that, because right now we also do have a good chance as well. We do have good players. Once they once they come back from injury. Obviously, Chilwell is not here, so we need a left back, a wing back, and maybe some more players. But if we get that, then it's not over. If in my opinion, because what 2-3 games and then boom, we drop down to third, and City went 6-7 points, clear at the top of the table. So yeah, it's not over for me. Just a couple of
sweet.
Yes.
All right, cheers, Tex. Tex, when you start talking, man, it's hard to get you to stop, man. No, it's good. It's good. Listen, I love the way that you structured that each competition and the priorities. I do think that we could meet Arsenal in the final if we beat Tottenham, because I think Liverpool will not play their strongest squad up until the final. But again, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. That is definitely a tournament that I want to win, because winning a tournament early on in the season is always going to give you a boost moving forward. Xavi, give me your thoughts on this.
Yeah. First of all, you made a tweak to the question, because I heard everybody's sentiment and I was agree with it. What was the tweak again that you asked?
The tweak the question. All right. If we can focus on the Spurs game, the Carabao Cup, because now the title race seems to be a little bit more difficult. We're going to be focusing a little bit more. We could be focusing a little bit more on the Tottenham game, the two Tottenham games in the Carabao Cup, thus making it a little bit more
difficult.
We'll be pushing for that trophy more than we would have been because of the lack of options we have when it comes to the Premier League title. Therefore, the fact that Conte is managing Tottenham, Lukaku's old manager, a former Chelsea manager, I think it'd be good for Tuchel to, get that win and put them out of the cup. So maybe the focus will be shifting to these games rather than focusing on the Premier League as we have been doing. Do you think that might be a scenario where we'll be looking at the Carabao Cup more seriously because of the Premier League title race now is a little bit more difficult?
I think so. But the thing about, for me, going for the Carabao Cup is our squad is we're suffering from a lot of injuries right now. And a lot of these guys are I don't know when's the last time Ruud got a rest, probably the Brentford game. But I think you see that Reece James injury. I think that injury was a cause of him playing so many games. And you got Chalobah going down now. Christensen with his back issues. So I think we may want to take it serious, but rotation might force our hand. So we want to give these guys a rest. Like Conte with his persistent knee issues, we got to be careful with him. I feel like Jorginho has been playing injured for a while. Kovačić looks back up to speed. I would like to get him much more match sharpness. But I don't know. I think so, because I think we should prioritize the Carabao Cup. I know we should definitely be winning that FIFA World Cup. If you look at the quality of teams, we should not have no fluke like we did the last time we played. And we should be beating those teams, so we should collect the Carabao Cup. I want at least one cup. We haven't won the Carabao Cup, and a lot of these guys don't have it on their resume. But I don't know. It's difficult for I think Tuchel wants to win everything, but the circumstances may not allow him to play his best squad. So, and then top four is a must for Chelsea. So
for you, a successful season would be top four and a trophy.
Yeah.
Regardless. Okay.
Top three for me. I don't want to be in the dogfight for no top four, but we should be at least in that top three. We should collect this. I would want a Club World Cup and at least one of those two trophies, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, and I want a strong run in the Champions League, because doing back-to-back Champions Leagues is and with our injuries and the depth of the squad right now, it's maybe a bit out of reach, but a man can dream. So a deep run in the Champions League, like Dennis said, at least semifinals or quarterfinals. I will, and quarterfinals we playing like a Bayern and we lose, I'll accept that.
All right, I'm gonna again twist this question again. And by the way, people in the chat, I have put the link in the chat, and I've pinned it to the chat. So anybody wants to come in, click on that, and we'll be happy to give you the opportunity to give us your thoughts and opinions on the stream. The twist is this: should Chelsea now forget about the Premier League and focus all their effort on retaining the Champions League title? And that is open to everyone.
No. Yeah, no. We gotta secure top 4. That's.
Oh no. Top 4 is a must. Top 4 is a must. But I'm saying, should the focus be on Champions League title rather than, continually trying to push for the title race?
I mean, if we're still, it depends on how you look at it, right? In the Premier League, it's going to be one match at a time, right? Because we don't play in the Champions League until February or something like that. So every game from now till February is going to tell the tale about what we think about the Champions League. But I just think that we can't be. It's a difficult question to answer because you can't really look at Champions League as being a winnable competition at this stage. And we're in the knockouts, Still a long ways to go in that. There's still a long ways to go in the season as well. So we just gotta take it one game at a time. I find it hard to say that we can just give up on the league right now and focus on the Champions League at this stage. Once we get through like the quarters, maybe semis, that might be something you start thinking about a little bit more. But right now, still about the league for me. There's a lot of games left.
I agree with Dennis completely.
Sorry, Bobby. I'll just interrupt you for 1 second before you continue. Eric Dugan, in regards to Timo Werner, he has started light training, and he was at the match today in the dugout. He wasn't part of the squad, but it does look like he is on his way to recovery. No indication to how long he'll be out for. But he is getting back, within the squad. He is starting to train again. So we'll have to wait and see. But that's the update that I have in regards to Timo Werner. Sorry, Bobby, continue. I apologize.
Yeah, I agree with Dennis. You have to give your best to the league while it's on. And it's only a game at a time. So we can't give up the chase. Just like Tuchel himself said, you don't give up a race in the middle of the race. We have to keep our eyes on all. When the Champions League starts, then, and if we progress, then we have a decision to make. If perhaps we're in this position and we're in the Champions League semi-final, then maybe the efforts may be tilted more towards that semi-final. But at the moment, the issue doesn't arise.
Okay.
And I will add this there. Mo, whilst you have a chance, you don't pick and choose which tournament you're on because you never know. All it takes is a couple of slip up and you're back in the title race. And also with the Champions League, all it takes is one mistake, one error, one red card, one mistimed tackle. You're out of the tournament. So that's why you can't put all your basket in the Champions League. It's very risky. Cup competition in general, you can't just say I'm concentrating on it. But with the league, you can just take it one game at a time because there's always a chance. All it takes, someone to slip up, go on like 3 or 4 games, drawing spree. They don't even have to lose. Just to draw 2 or 3 games, you're back in the title race. And that's why I think Chelsea just have to go for any tournament they're in. And also, is it Tex? When I said young forward, I'm talking about Pulisic, Cho, Kai, and Mount. For me, them improving this season, scoring between.
I thought you were talking about
it's them. Yeah. It's our young forward line need to improve for us to have chance in the future. So for the rest of the season, if they improve, that's very good for our future. It's not the young players that never played for Chelsea. I'm talking about our current forward line, the young ones, because they're too young. They still need to improve. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So for me, we have to concentrate on everything. You go for everything. If you win some, we fine. Whichever one we see, we go for. That's what I think is the best. I agree with both Couch and Bobby here.
All right, Boogeyman just jumped back in, so let me hear Boogeyman's thoughts on this.
Hello. Probably the network is not really good. Can you hear me
Okay.
clearly?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah, go ahead, Boogie.
Oh, okay, thanks. I just don't think with the COVID climate that we are in and all the injuries, Tuchel should go after all the Cup and Premier League with stronger team all the time. We need to go by what he tried to do at one point by just using the entire squad. When we first had the injuries, I just think at this point, I understand the view of MDT. Manchester City have to lose 2 or 3 games for us to get back, but it takes us to win our games also. And I just don't think we have that much of strength unless we do a lot of business in the winter market. But other than that, I just think we should start prioritizing our objectives. And the Premier League for me, it's not important. Top 4 is a must, but all the other cup around, we should just go after them. And at the same time, make sure we're using the squad, not putting strong 11 or the same 13 out all the time. We need to do the squad at this time.
All right. Fantastic. Guys, that is it for tonight's stream. It's been a good performance. It's been an interesting couple of days. We will continue to give you updates in regards to all the developments. We may be streaming tomorrow. The best way to keep up with our streams is to subscribe and turn that bell notification button on, because we stream every day, but sometimes we don't stream for whatever reason. So have that bell notification button on. Follow us on Twitter. You'll get updates there as well. And we'll continue. We'll continue to move. This season is getting interesting, game by game, day by day. Hopefully we will get a result. Or hopefully we'll be able to resolve the Lukaku issue without causing too much disruption to the squad and to the team. Lads, it's been a pleasure having you all on. I will see you in my next upload. Take care of yourselves and peace. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.